An old woman was washing clothes when she noticed that, in the middle of the river's strong current, a baby was drifting rapidly toward her. She looked around in every direction, but there was no trace of the baby's parents anywhere. So the old woman decided to raise the child as her own. In reality, this baby had been born with a special power. As he grew older, that power only became stronger. One day, the old woman ran out of firewood, so she told the boy, "Son, go to the forest and cut some wood." He went to the forest, chopped a huge pile of wood in no time, and tied it together so tightly that it became a small compact bundle. Then he carried it home. But the moment the old woman untied the rope, all the wood burst apart and scattered across the courtyard. In this way, the boy devoted himself completely to serving the old woman. But one day, she suddenly passed away. The boy cried and mourned her death for 3 days. Then he remembered something she had once said to him: "I am not your real mother. I found you in the river. Your true mother is a white dragoness who lives in the high mountains north of the village." So the boy set out toward the north, determined to find his mother. After walking for many days, he finally reached the peak of a mountain. Looking down, he saw a small village surrounded by mountains on all sides. He wondered, why is there a village in such a lonely place? When he descended, he saw that the villagers grew rice, but the water from the river had been blocked by the mountains. Because of this, the fields were dry, and the village barely had enough food to survive. The boy then decided that he would solve the village's water problem. He rushed to the lake where the water originated and began calling loudly, "Mother, white dragon mother." The moment he called for the third time, the lake began to shake. A huge wave rose into the air, and from it emerged a woman dressed in white. The boy could only stare at her in amazement. She walked across the water toward him and said, "From today on, you are my son." Hearing this, tears flowed from the boy's eyes. After 20 long years, he had finally met his mother. But before he could understand anything, the woman leapt into the lake and transformed into a dragon, yet not a white one, but a green dragoness. She knew her son wanted to break the mountain so the river could reach the village. She lifted the boy onto her back and soared into the sky, flying toward the mountain that blocked the river's path. With all her strength, the dragon struck the mountain. On the very first blow, cracks appeared. On the second blow, rocks began to crumble. And on the third, the entire mountain trembled. At the same time, heavy rain began to pour from the sky. With one final powerful strike, the dragon shattered the entire mountain, sending it crashing down. The water that had been trapped above now surged downward and flowed straight into the village's fields.